Did you know that clinical studies reported on, especially on this website, reflection.app, that regular journaling can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety by 20 up 45%. Okay. And journaling can also improve immune function, enhance cognitive performance, and even extend lifespan. So journaling is not just about buying the most colorful notebook on Amazon or your favorite library and writing sporadically when you feel it's necessary, It is a powerful therapeutic tool that allows you to reflect and understand the next steps forward on your personal path or your personal journey. But how does journaling provide these benefits? Well, we don't know yet, but that's what we're going to explore today. Hi guys, my name is Fabio from Journey to Success, and welcome. Today, we will discuss the common challenges people face in managing their thoughts and emotions. We're going to highlight the need for practical solutions such as journaling, and we're going to understand how to take the best tips from it. But before we move forward, as always, please subscribe. All right. So I know this is the right direction to guide you guys, to lead you, to drive you towards your journey to success. Let's get started, right? As always. So, journaling. Journaling and actually also meditation, even if I don't want to go too much over topic. But they have two things in common, first of all. When you engage in them, you might sometimes think things like, I don't understand how this can be beneficial. I feel at peace with myself. All right. And or phrases like, while you do them, while you engage, on them, in them, sometimes you can say, well, I feel good. I don't actually need them. But it's funny because the key point is that you feel at peace because you are doing it. Because evidently in that moment you are journaling or you are doing some meditation. So you express your emotions and feelings on paper through journaling, all right? And you remain silent, absorbing and understanding these emotions until you reach a sense of balance, rediscovering your neutral state and gaining insight into yourself through meditation. Okay? So, long story short, you truly recognize the benefits, especially when you take a moment to reflect. The moment you stop journaling, in fact, or the moment you stop meditating, is the moment you can become more erratic, is the moment where your emotions may start to take over, affecting your productivity at home and at work as well. And you may find it harder to enjoy your own company. You might feel completely distracted when others are talking to you, and so many cons. So there are many advantages of journaling, but today we will focus on the most fundamental ones, all right? So we have self-awareness. Then the second one is enhance creativity, and of course important for your journey to success especially. And the third one is improved emotional regulation, so improving emotional regulation. So first, self-awareness. What is it, self-awareness? First of all, self-awareness is the ability to recognize and understand your own thoughts, feelings, behaviors, strengths, weaknesses, values, as well as how these internal elements influence your actions and choices as well. Okay. So, writing down your thoughts and feelings, guys, allows you to gain perspective on every aspect of your emotional experience. Okay. So, what may seem subjective, for example, becomes objective. And in this way, you can also break down your feelings. A way you do, you can understand a lot. You can understand the causes and the roots of your emotions. And if you dig deeper, you can also explore their consequences. Okay. So when you write down, your feelings and everything you went through or you go through, you become a sort of Sherlock Holmes of your feelings. Okay. Number two, enhancing creativity. So when you break down everything that happens and happened, also in your past, any emotion, any aspect that influence your life, that is the moment where you are having hidden deep conversation with your being, okay? A kind of internal indirect brainstorm with yourself. So you have more ideas, and some idea can become a seed of something beautiful. So then it's going to be not only an abstract thoughts, but a desire, okay? And that desire will be translated into a creation, into something very beautiful, all right? How fascinating is this process, guys? It's beautiful, okay? The third one is the emotional regulation, all right? I would like to give an example in this case. If you are angry, guys, angry for any reason, and you pour water from a jar into a glass without being careful, right? You end up spilling water everywhere, okay? On the table, maybe even on the floor, with just a little bit in the glass. However, if you put gently the water, you can fill the glass perfectly. And this is similar to how we manage our thoughts and emotions, okay? When you journal, guys, you regulate your emotions. So by doing so, these emotions find their proper place. Some may be transformed into seeds for creating something positive, something beautiful. All right. So in this case, we are talking about positive emotion, beautiful emotion, lovely emotions, while others, like anger, for example, may need to be put aside because your body doesn't need them. So by handling your emotions with care, you can become a perfectly balanced regulator of your feelings. Okay. My my own approach to journaling is through my podcast, honestly. Some weeks are tough and not everything is as clear as I would like it to be, as everyone, of course. And in those moments, I write on Grammarly and my thoughts convert into a script for my podcast. It is the time when I reflect on everything that happens during the week, during my time. It is the time when I look at my journey, guys, deeply. I look at my choices, my past, present, a reflection towards my future. I gain a better understanding of my feelings, especially, and identify where I might have made mistakes, as well as where I've been strong or weak at certain moments. And weakness, it can be also something beautiful to understand, because through weakness you understand also what are your strength spot, but this is another story. Anyway, it looks like I am discovering a map in my mind that I was previously unaware of. And I like to share my path, okay? I like to share my path to Grammarly, knowing that maybe it can help someone out there when I record and then when I publish my episodes. And everything function as an emotional regulator. And it is just beautiful. Even while I was writing this episode, and now as I speak to you, I realized how at peace I am. I was writing this episode on the upper level of the library with a giant tree in front of me. Its many yellow leaves falling to the ground. I could see the cars and people on the street. I remember this gray cat was near a Turkish place that serves pizza and kebabs while I was writing. It amazed me how much peace this brings me, sharing my stories and emotions on paper while I was well, not paper, but on Grammarly. Sorry, I became too much poetic. Yeah, I mean, sharing my story and emotions on Grammarly, of course. But meanwhile, right now I'm speaking to you, and at the same time, I was looking this beautiful motion, over the window, and yeah, it was amazing. So also in this case, I can notice, I can see my emotions in motion. So I can see my feelings in motion, and they are exactly where they should be. Of course, it's not always like that. I wish, but since I'm a human being as well, like you, of course, it's not always like that. But when it happens, it's simply beautiful. Okay, so let's go a little bit more. Let's talk a little bit more about practice. So how to get started with journaling. If you have never done it before, it can feel overwhelming. Okay, you might be wondering something like, what should I write about? How much time should I spend? Do I need a fancy notebook? The truth is, there is no right or wrong to journal. My way of journaling, for example, as I said, it's something writing a script for my podcast. And especially when I go very deep, very personal with my stories. And what matters is creating a practice that feels natural for you and sustainable for you as well. Okay. And here I have a step-by-step guide to help you begin. So the number one is choose your way, of course. So pick whatever feel easiest for you. Okay. So a classic notebook and a pen if you love writing by hand, a digital journal app like Day One, before I mentioned reflection.app, even Google Docs if you prefer typing. And as I said, I use Grammarly. And I use Grammarly simply because it corrects what I write, which is essential for my podcast, right? But you can also go more simple than me. You can use a variety of tools that fit your style and writing preferences. Okay. You can also use voice notes if you think better while speaking. So the format is not important because the consistency is in this case with actually most of the cases. Number two, set aside just 5-10 minutes a day. So you don't need to write pages and pages, okay? You have to start small. Even a few sentences a day can bring clarity and peace of mind, guys. And a tip that I would like to share, try writing at the same time each day. Morning to set intentions or evening to reflect on the day. And this is very beautiful when we talk about gratitude journaling, or even if you don't want to put a day or time, like in my case, all right, find your physical comfort zone. I have a beautiful physical comfort zone. In my case, it is the library. Okay, the time stops in this place, and I don't have distractions. Allow me to be focused for hours. Hmm? Hey guys, just a quick break. Here at Journey to Success, I want to welcome you into something special. The Journey to Success Club. It is more than just a newsletter. You will become part of the club. When you subscribe for free, you'll be the first to know when new episodes are out, where you also get extra inspiration to fuel your own journey with daily motivation from me. And if you have never thought about growing your Substack community or using it to support your business, product, or podcast like I do, I would love to offer you a 7-day trial so you can see all the prompts I use to grow my Substack. just head over to journeytosuccessclub.substack.com or click the link below to start growing your community today. We're in this together, guys. Now, back to the show. Number 3, use simple prompts, okay? So if you're stuck, prompts are a great way to get your thoughts flowing. Some powerful ones are something like, what am I feeling right now and why? What am I grateful for today? Express gratitude. It's very important. We always talk about gratitude in this podcast. What challenge did I face today? What did I learn from it, especially? Or what do I want to focus on tomorrow? Something like that. Prompts can be very helpful. Number 4, write without judgment. So don't worry about the grammar, okay? Spelling or make it sound nice, unless you do partially for project like mine. This is the reason, as I said, this is the reason why I use Grammarly. But the truth is that your journal is for you and yours only, okay? So allow yourself to be honest, raw, and unfiltered. Number 5, reflect on what you write. Take a few minutes each week to review your journey, guys. This is where the magic happens, okay? You'll begin to see patterns, progress, and insights that you might overlook in daily life. And number 6, we have experiment with styles. So journaling doesn't have to be the same every day. Try different methods and see what sticks, okay? An example of something I used to do and plan to do again, for sure, is keeping a gratitude journal. I used to do that, now I don't do anymore. I have different priorities right now, but I really would like to take back. And in it, I would mention 5 things I was grateful for in the present moment, as well as 5 things I was grateful for in the future, okay? So in the law attraction style, expressing gratitude for things that had not happened yet, it's something fundamental. But as I said, we have different ways. You can experiment a lot. You have unfiltered journaling. So you can also take your Google Notes, time by time on your phone and write whatever comes to mind. Unfiltered, totally raw, or goal journaling. So reflect on your goals and track your progress. Or anyway, we have also emotional release journaling. I use it as a safe space to let out frustration, sadness, or stress, okay? And then we have the number 7 is to make the ritual. So the more you make journaling a habit, the more natural it becomes, okay? Pair it with something you already do daily, guys, like drink your morning coffee or your morning tea, I would say, or stay in the bed before going to sleep. I don't know. Like, just it's nice to create a ritual in a way to create habit as well. And now I have a challenge for you that you must complete over the next 3 days. So let's call it journaling challenge. Yeah, it's not very original, but it is what it is. So day 1, write down 3 things you're grateful for and why. Day 2, write about 1 challenge you faced today and how you handle it. And day 3, write a note to your future self, a little bit of law attraction, about where you want to be 1 year from now. I promise you, after just 3 days, you'll notice big improvement in how much lighter and clearer you feel, okay? So remember, guys, journaling is about progress, okay? It's not perfection. Even one line a day can change the way you think, feel, and show up in life, okay? So start where you are, use what you have, and let's, especially the practice, guide you, okay? Here it's important, before we talk about consistency, but it's consistency because it's overall, it's more about the practice, okay? That is important in this case. So your journal may become your most powerful tool for growth, clarity, and success, guys. Now, before we wrap up, all right? So before we close, what do we talk about today? Let's take a moment to reflect. Let's moment to reflect on everything we have explored. Number 1, journaling is more than just writing in a notebook. So we began by examining, the science. All right. So research shows journaling can reduce depression and anxiety by up to 45%, guys. Improve immune function, and even enhance your performance, your mind performance. So it's not just a hobby, it's a proven tool for mental health and personal growth. Okay. Number two, the connection between journaling and meditation. I didn't want to talk so much about it because I didn't want to make a mess, but I shared how journaling and meditation share the same purpose, right? Creating balance. They both create balance. So journaling lets you express emotions on paper, while meditation helps you sit with them in silence. Okay. So both bring you back to a neutral, grounded state where clarity and peace are possible. Mm. Number three, the three biggest benefits of journaling. So we dove deep into the most powerful ways journaling can transform your life, guys. The first one is self awareness. So, writing helps you step outside of your emotions and see them clearly, almost like a detective solving the mystery of your own thoughts. The second point is an enhanced creativity. So, by reflecting on experiences, you unlock hidden ideas, inspirations, and of course, new perspectives that can grow into meaningful creations. Okay. And the other one is emotional regulation. So, journaling teaches you to manage your feelings gently and intentionally rather than letting them overwhelm and control your life. So, these three biggest benefits of journaling appertain into inside the number three. Now, let's go forward. Number four, journaling is flexible and personal. There is no single right way to journal, guys. We talk right about it. My own practice happens through my podcast script, something that no one would say. Where I turn reflection into episode is where I release and express my emotions, my full being. But for others, it might be a classic notebook, a digital app, or even short daily notes on your phone. The key is consistency, not perfection. You can also do this like every week, as much as I do myself with my podcast. When I prepare my episode, I write weekly. Number five, peace comes from practice, not from waiting. So, one of the biggest insights is that journaling, just like meditation, doesn't just fix problems where you feel stressed. It prevents the buildup of emotional chaos, okay? So, the calm you feel while journaling is exactly why you should keep doing it. And number six, I think, is the last step. Your journal can become your personal map. So through journaling, you begin to notice patterns, guys, uncover hidden strengths, and understand the areas where you want to grow. So over time, those pages become a roadmap of your past, present, and future, okay? Guiding you step by step towards success, of course. And if there is one thing I want you to take away, it's this: journaling is not just a habit, guys. It's a life changing practice. It doesn't matter how much you do, in which way you do. Maybe you can do it my way, maybe you can do it your way, or in so many ways. But regardless, it can help you manage your emotions, spark your creativity, and deepen your connection with yourself. Okay. So start small. Write a few lines tonight about how you're feeling, for example. That's it. That's also journaling, what you're grateful for, or what you have learned today. So over time, those words will become more than entries. They'll become your guide. They become your anchor and your companion on the journey to success. Okay. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried journaling before? If yes, how has it shaped your life? And if not, what's stopping you from starting today? Feel free to send me a message, share your story, or connect with me on Substack. For those who listened to my previous episode, where I mentioned that I got suspended from Substack, I'm happy to say that I'm back. So they unlocked me. So I'm very happy for that. And I would really love to hear how journaling fits into your journey. So don't forget to write. Okay, so let me know. What else? If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an update. But even more important, guys, share this episode with a friend, okay, who might need a gentle reminder to slow down, to reflect, and of course, to reconnect with themselves through journaling. Thank you so much for being here with me on Journey to Success. Remember, together, we're building a life of clarity, peace, and purpose. One page at a time. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.